of
Hello.
broadcast.
Ooh, here we are. We are live now. Yay, I'm so excited. So, hello, Shauna Marie Fisher here. And I have a special guest, one of my dearest friends on with me, Darlene Soshin, who is amazing. And we just thought it'd be fun to come on and do a live just to talk about the 4th of July, right? Because wait, I'm going to pull up my live feed and see if I see anybody here on with us. I always like to look in both places. So you guys get a bonus live with me and a bonus person. So just Darlene inspired me to do this live, just to talking about some things with the 4th of July, right? Because with that coming, I know that can be a hard time, not only for our pets, but for us, right? Because
Mhm.
they pick up on all that energy we send out, right? They pick up on all that. And I know Darlene has her beautiful labradoodle Millie, right? And I would love for you to kind of share your experiences of some things that you've learned that help with Millie during times like this, right? Because I know she doesn't like the rain and the fireworks
Yes,
stuff like that.
as Millie has gotten older, we've seen a lot of different anxieties, and fireworks though has been one that was always. And my other girl Lacey, when she was still with us physically, terrified of fireworks. So it's something, obviously a lot of us with pets experience. And what Shauna has helped me with is myself, like I'm anticipating the anxiety in Millie, so I'm actually upping and increasing what she's going to be experiencing. So this year I'm playing a whole different role, and it's important to, for us to be grounded. If we're so concerned about the fireworks and we're so concerned about the animals and we're talking about it with everybody, and that energy of anger towards the whole situation, we have to find a way to calm our nervous system, do breathing techniques, whatever it is that you do, to ground yourself and to find more of that neutral space, so that you can step back, and ask yourself, what would most support my animal, in these types of situations, especially fireworks, because some situations we can control. The
Mhm.
fireworks, not so much. They're loud, they're unpredictable. So, yeah, Shauna has helped me see that I play a role in upping the anxiety. So the first thing I'd recommend is do some grounding and meditation as we're leading closer towards the day and the night of. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then and really listen to them, because I've seen people
Mhm.
force their dogs to go to fireworks displays and different things like that. If your dog like, yeah, sometimes they have to go to the vet and they don't want to do that, but if it's fireworks, yeah, really, really consider what they're showing you, what they're expressing.
Right. Yeah. It's always so important to listen to what they're showing and expressing to us. And they always let us know what we need. And you made me think of an example. It's not fireworks related, but with Cool Up. So this one, Cool Up has never been well with traveling in the car. My dog Cool Up and sometimes would throw up. So right this one time, Darlene remembers this story.
Anytime.
Yeah, because she went with me to the coast, and this was like, gosh, a couple years ago, right? And we took Cool Up,
Yep.
and I had these happy traveler treats, and it said like, give her like 4 happy traveler treats, and I gave her 4, and after like the second or third one, she's like, I don't want any more of this. She's like, why are you trying to make me take this? Well, shortly after I picked up Darlene in Beaverton, and we went on our little venture, we had to make a little pit stop because Cool Up ended up throwing up. So she's like, hey, Mom, you ended up giving me too much. So that's other ways. So even, during the 4th, and hey, Nancy and Lee and Deb, even during the 4th of July, like sometimes we could think like, okay, let's give them this, CBD treat or the Bach rescue remedy for pets, or, CBD oil, or the trazodone from the vet, or whatever it is. Really listen to your pet and see how they're feeling after they take something like that, right? It's so important.
What is huge is try, like they tell us, if we're going to try something new, like a cream or something, try it
Hmm.
on a little spot. So what I would recommend is, before the big day, so we know July 4th is coming,
Yeah.
And it's still, what day is it? I
It's
don't
the
even know.
first already. It's
So
like,
the
what?
first so
Yeah.
what I would recommend doing is trying a smaller dose first to see what it is that will work for them. So a couple of things like Bach Remedy,
Yeah.
um, the rescue remedy, it might take a couple days. So not all animals, it happens and, it works immediately. Some of them need a day or two to, get it going in their body, and how, depending on how they process anything. Um, so you still have time to try out anything you might have that you're going to be using and see. But you don't want to start out with too much, thinking that
Mhm.
that's going to help them. It really, it's not healthy. And I know I've done that with Millie. I'm guilty of it. When it would say 8 to 10 drops, I was trying a new CBD oil,
Yeah.
and it turns out she's good with maybe 2 or 3. So the couple of times I tried what the label said, it scared me because it truly affected her. Like, one of the days she couldn't get up for, hours. And so even though something is like CBD, it might be natural or organic or something, their body still, you don't know how they're going to respond to it. It's still something that you don't ordinarily give them. You have to do trial and yeah. So it's really important to first try it out before the day of, and see how much.
Exactly.
Start regulating and balancing it today if you can. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. To see how they're going to adjust, right? And hey, Michelle and Irma, it's such a good point, right? Because you just don't know, and they all react differently. So some, people that may have, or animals that have that sensitivity to the medication, even if it is a natural,
Yeah.
sometimes like the recommended could be too much, or maybe, maybe it's just they don't need that much. So it's really good to try it now, because then you're amped up and ready for the fourth. Because if you try it on the fourth and it doesn't work, then it's like, oh no, it's good to be prepared now for
Yeah.
sure.
And so Millie, at the time, she was 65 pounds. So you'd think a big dog, oh, 8 drops of CBD or even 5 drops of CBD oil, she should be fine. It's
Yeah,
not really about the weight. It's really about how they metabolize. So,
absolutely.
it could be a tiny dog, and the Millie needed as little as a tiny dog would because of her metabolism. So oh my gosh, please, try it out before you just read the label, even if it is something like CBD, or
Yeah,
especially CBD oil. Yeah.
right. Exactly. So important. Yeah. Try it out before. And then also to just be aware of those projections that, like Darlene was mentioning too, like that we put out on our animals. Because if they feel that fear and anxiety, then, they're going to feel that from us. Like if we get the angst from the fireworks, because we're worried about them, they're going to pick up on all of that. And, it's all of that stuff. And that's one of the reasons today, actually, I just created this new special for the 4th of July. I was like, hey, what else can I do to help support people?
Mhm.
Right. So, um, the new one I created it's for $22, and it's an energy healing session, not just for your pet, but for you for the 4th of July, to send you both energy. And I would start sending that now, and then do like a group meditation on the 4th of July. Right. And then the second option is one that is just it's for $22, just an emailed voice recording of what your pet wants for the 4th of July. Of, hey, you know what, like if it was for Millie, it'd be like, Millie says, okay, give me a nice quiet place, play some music for me, give me my CBD oil, or do this or do this, or this could help me, right? Those things that would help. So it would be that. And then the third one is for $44, and that's a combination of both of those things. And I'm going to put all the information in the chat after this, so you can go to my link tree to do the PayPal. I just learned with Linktree that you can do PayPal, like the
Interesting.
PayPal me link. I didn't know that with Linktree. So how cool is that? So if that's something you want, that extra support, because I just wanted to give people some options of if this could help. And hey, Lee, good to see you, help you and your pet. That could really help. So that's why I want to do that. Oh, and actually, this is a great question, Irma. So Irma says, is there a special CBD for pets? So yeah, they do have special CBDs for pets that don't have the THC. And I think Darlene, I remember, I think it was her, somebody else told me about one from Hope Botanicals.
Yeah.
is fun.
There are so many and so many for pets, and absolutely, I've seen what can happen when someone gives a pet, an animal, something that's not made for animals. It was horrible to see. So yeah, absolutely, make sure you can go to your local pet store. I have like even places like PetSmart and Petco have things these days. I was listening to an amazing integrative veterinarian on petsummit.com, and
Mm.
he himself started a company with a CBD oil, and he actually says that like a little bit of THC is actually what the whole purpose of CBD is. So
Mm.
I would love to do more research about that. Um, and it was just amazing to read about because there's this whole entire system that humans and animals have in their bodies, which is why CBD oil works so beautifully. It helps all of the systems, it balances everything, and there's something in the THC that actually is what creates that healing effect. Um,
Interesting.
so yeah, petsummit.com is it's a really great resource. They do summits like a couple times a month, these integrative veterinarians.
I think I
Um,
watched one of those and I loved it. It was so insightful,
Amazing.
so
But
cool.
yeah, so what I use with Millie is Hope Botanicals. And yeah, really be careful about which ones you buy and make sure that they're specifically for pets. And again, try a lower dose than what the label says, no
Yeah,
matter what the weight of your dog is. Like I said, Millie was 65 pounds and still what was on the label was too much for her.
yeah. It's
That's really, really important.
Yeah, so important, right? And I feel like, for us, that's important too, because I feel like sometimes for us humans, we don't always pay attention to that, right? For things for ourselves, right? With that, it's huge.
And also for me, knowing how I get when I see Millie upset, I started using Rescue Remedy myself
Right.
a
Yes. I
couple days
love
ago.
Yes, I love the Bach Rescue Remedy for pets. So really, there's the Bach Rescue Remedy for people, and then there's the one
Yes,
for pets. And really, the difference with the one for pets is it doesn't have the alcohol in it, right? So
yep. And
that's
it has a little paw print on it, so that's how you know
hmm
the difference between
yeah,
Rescue Remedy for humans and for animals.
yeah.
The pet paw means that it doesn't have the alcohol in it.
Yeah, it does. That little pet paw. I love that. And what's cool is so a lot of like the pet smarts, the Petco's, and even the local pet stores, which I always love to support when I can. The local pet
Mhm.
stores and Walmart actually even has Bach Rescue Remedy for pets. I actually have
Really?
there in the pet section. It's like what? It's like wait, am I in the right place? So
Yeah.
I've seen it there as well. So no, it's really Bach Rescue Remedy for Pets is really great, and that's something that is good to start giving a few days ahead of time, and that's why I kind of started to talk about the 4th of July because it comes up on us so fast, and then if we're there in that day, it's like, well, what do we do to support our pets, right? We remain calm. We have a calm space for them to be, right? Turn on music or TV and set the intention that okay, like you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Like that's a huge thing to do. Sometimes there's the thunder shirts and the little calming caps that you can put over their ears. They even have dog earphones as well, like headphones. And then really just making sure to keep your gates secure, making sure they can't like jump out a window, or because sometimes when pets are in that fight or flight mode, they would do things that you wouldn't think they would do. So it's just being really mindful of that is important, and doing like massage or energy work before can help. And there, I know there's an acupressure point that helps for fireworks, and I'm going to research what that is, and I'll post about that before the 4th. But like massage, this is a massage stroke is called tapping, like the EFT for tapping for people, but like tapping on the top of her head like this, or doing this, and just even just gentle like petting, focused intentional petting to put that in that calm place can really help to reset that. So, oh, I never heard of this. Lee says I use Sun Soil CBD for Bear when he was alive. Humans can use it as well, but I did some research and it was also safe for pets. It was a saving grace for him. Cool. Good to
Yeah.
know, Lee. That's good to know. And it's
Yeah.
good you did your research. So important. So important.
Yeah. And so if anybody watching this can take Shauna up on her offers because she can help you help your pet, so you can decrease the amount of anxiety that they have because they will tell her and she will hear them tell you or tell her what it is that they want. And
Mhm.
like even some of the animals that Shauna works with, they'll even tell her like a specific kind of music. I mean, that's how deep Shauna goes with her communicating with your pets. So please, if you have
Oh,
animals that are anxious with the fireworks, please call Shauna and schedule a session. Yeah.
oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much. That means so much. Yeah, because it can help them so much. And, each pet has their own individualized needs, right?
Yeah.
Some people like chocolate, and then some people don't. Some people are like, I like, strawberry ice cream the best, or, no, I like oranges and I don't like apples. We're all individual, just like our pets are. So like these sessions, it's just catered for your pet. So I have a different one too that I forgot to mention. I do have one that is a 30-minute animal communication session with an energy healing session, and that's $55. And then I have the new ones from today, which is just an energy healing session for your pet that'll start now. And there'll be a group healing on the 4th of July, and that's $22. Or for $22, I have the voice recording that I'll email you, where you'll send me a picture of your pet and I'll tune in and it'll be like, okay, they want this for the 4th of July. This will help them. And this, and who knows, they might have some other sprinkled insight in as well, because a lot of times they do. And then the third one is a combination of both of those and that energy healing. I'm going to send that energy to you and your pet, because we work together as a team with the pets in our life. We like co-collaborate, and they feed on our energy. We feed on their energy. So really, that's why I was compelled to do those other ones today. So, please, if you have you struggle with that for the 4th of July, or if you have a pet that struggles, or maybe you have a new rescue pet that they've never been with you through the 4th of July, right? Then you want to kind of gather some insight. Or sometimes, older animals too. I notice a lot of older animals have more sensitivity as they get older,
Yep.
with especially the 4th of July. And I'm sure you can attest for that with Millie,
Mhm.
right? That she's
Yeah.
gotten more sensitive with
Yep.
those kind of things. So,
It sounds like she can hear more. I don't know what it is. So
yeah.
senior humans tend to hear less, but I've been told that senior dogs actually hear more and hear it louder. So like the rain is something new for Millie, hearing the rain on the roof.
Yeah.
And also, so with Rescue Remedy, which is what works the best for Millie, um, she sometimes will sense if I put something in her food. And she's also not food motivated. So what I do is you can also use it topically. I put 2 drops on each of her ears.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
so it doesn't have to go in the body. If anybody is wondering how do you give a flower essence, the so 2 drops on each of her tips of her ears, and then whatever left over, kind of on up here is an anxiety point for
Mhm.
acupressure. So I rub the rest on the top of her head and then her chest.
I love that. That's great. I love that. And then also too, massaging their ears, that's actually a really great thing that helps to bring them calm too. So that really helps. And then I'm gonna research the acupressure point. It's like blanking of what it is for pets that helps with the 4th of July. But one that can help you for your anxiety, if you have it with the 4th of July, is it's called your pericardium 6. So if you just put your hands down and where your middle finger lands, that's your pericardium 6. So that can actually help you to kind of recenter and calm, to be like, okay, I'm gonna calm too. So I know there's the one for them to use that will help with the 4th of July. I'm going to research that, and like I said, I'll post about that before the 4th of July. But yeah, it's those things that we can do to calm. And so I would love to help you and your fur babies have a little bit more ease during this time of the 4th of July, right? Because it's so important
Yeah.
to have that. To
Do
have
whatever
that.
you can. Often take Shauna up on her offers. It's a no-brainer.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so
My
glad that you
pleasure.
were able to come on with me and talk about this, because it's so cool to have somebody else's insights and have that dialogue, because then it helps. It's, it's instead of me just talking, to have that kind of dialogue back and forth is really amazing. So yeah.
Well, everybody have a beautiful 4th of July.
Yes, have a beautiful 4th of July, and thank you so much, my dear friend, for coming on with me. I'll have to have Darlene come on another time and share about the amazing work that she does in the world. So we'll have to do that sometime. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you guys all have a great 4th. And of course, I'll be here Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for my normal free little mini animal communication readings. And I'm going to put all the information about the special in the chat. So there you go. Have a great rest of your night, and bye for now. Take care. Bye for now.